Hello, my name is Ezra and welcome to the Downsview Chrysler YouTube channel, where today I'll be reviewing this 2022 Jeep Cherokee Limited. This is a great car for anyone looking for a small SUV but still wants 4x4 capability to get through snow or go off-road. Starting off with the wheels, you have 18-inch aluminum rims with Continental all-season tires. Behind the wheels, you have your four-wheel anti-lock disc brakes keeping you safe. Also keeping you safe are electronic stability control, automatically applying the brakes while you're in slippery road conditions to keep you moving in a straight line, hill start assist, holding the brakes for an extra 2 seconds while you're moving from a dead stop on a steep hill to keep you from rolling forward or backward, and electronic roll mitigation. If the car senses that the outside wheels are lifting up on a turn, it will automatically apply the brakes to keep you on flat ground. There are also plenty more safety features that I'll cover later on in this video. The Jeep Cherokee is a 5-seater and there's plenty of room back here for your rear seat passengers. I'm 5'7" and I'm super comfortable in these nice leather seats. Your rear seat passengers are also treated to their own cup holders and storage cubbies in the door panel. You have one small one for coins, and in the bottom, one larger one with a cup holder and space for maybe some toys or a tissue box. You will find more storage in the passenger seatback mat pocket. There are more cup holders in the rear seats. If you only have 2 people back here, you can pull down the middle of the middle seats, revealing 2 more cup holders and a shared armrest. Your rear seat passengers also have 2 USB charging ports as well as 2 USB-C charging ports mounted on the back of the center console. Also on the back of the center console, you have a 115-volt household-style outlet in case you wanted to plug in a toaster and make breakfast on your morning commute. Above that, you have 2 large air vents so that your passengers can control where the air is flowing. The rear seats are also latch-ready. That means there are built-in anchor points to make installing a child car seat much easier. They're hidden just behind some cushion inside the seats. Moving on to the trunk of the Jeep Cherokee, to get in, all you do is double press a button on the key fob or use the handle. If you're using the handle, the car does not need to be unlocked. As long as the key fob is close by, like in your pocket or in a purse, the trunk will open up all by itself because it's a power lift gate. There is also a button beside the steering wheel in case you don't want to get out of the car at school pickup or drop-off. Inside the trunk there is plenty of space. I fit very nicely, and if you fold the rear seats down, you have even more room. To fold the rear seats down, you just pull this lever right here, and there's one on either side because the rear seats are a 60-40 split folding bench, allowing you to configure the trunk and the seats in any way that you want. Because the trunk is so big, you might worry about losing small items back here. Well, worry not. Jeep gave you 2 small sunken storage cubbies on either side where you can put things like tennis balls and keep them from rolling around and getting lost. You also don't want larger items rolling around back here though. That's why Jeep gives you 4 cargo tie-down loops where you can strap in things like pets crates or furniture, or even in a pinch, maybe a 6th passenger. You can't tie down groceries though, that would crush the bread. So Jeep's given you 2 bag hooks on either side of the trunk where you can hang your grocery bags and keep things from spilling out. There is also a 12-volt outlet back here where you can plug in things like a laptop if you're working on the go, a small vacuum cleaner where you can clean up things like sand after a trip to the beach, or a device to keep that 6th passenger entertained and, most importantly, quiet. This tonneau cover comes in handy if you want to hide your trunk from public view. Say you have expensive electronics back here or something else that you don't want to be stolen. No one from outside will be able to see what or who you have hiding back here. It also doubles as a safety mechanism in the event of an accident. If you crash into something and things in the trunk go flying, they won't hit your passengers because they'll be blocked by the tonneau cover. Under the floor of the trunk, you'll find your spare tire, as well as all the tools required to change it. And speaking of the floor of the trunk, if you pull up, you can actually adjust the height of the floor of the trunk so that you can fit larger items back here. To close the trunk, you just push this button right here, and it beeps at you to let you know to get out of the way. If you don't get out of the way in time though, it will just bounce off of you and go right back up. With the trunk closed, you'll see your nice sleek LED taillights as well as your backup camera mounted in the center right here. You'll also see your bright dual chrome exhaust tips on either side of the car and your parking sensors embedded in the rear bumper to assist you with reverse parking and parallel parking. Finally, in the driver's seat, we'll start with getting into the car. You have passive keyless entry, which means as long as the key fob is near the car, you can stick your hand behind the door handle and the car will unlock and let you in just like that. Once inside, you are very comfortable in your nice leather seats. This car is also equipped with heated seats and a heated steering wheel, as well as heated mirrors and even a wiper de-icer, so you don't have to scrape anything in the wintertime. And if you want to heat up the cabin before you get in the car, it even has remote start. Both the driver and passenger seats are power adjustable from the buttons right down here. You can adjust how far or how close you are to the steering wheel, the height of the seat, and the backrest. You can have up to 2 seat memory settings that control not only where the seat is, but also where the mirrors are and even the radio presets. The steering wheel is also adjustable. You just pull the little lever right here, and you can pull it in or out, up or down. Looking at the steering wheel on the left side are your buttons to control your gauge cluster. From these buttons, you can control what you see. You can see your speedometer, your tire pressures, or any other technical information that can be displayed on your gauge cluster. Below that is your phone controls as well as your voice assistant, where you can pick up or hang up phone calls and use the voice assistant to change things like radio station or make calls without your hands having to leave the steering wheel or your eyes having to leave the road. On the right side, you have your adaptive cruise control controls. You can adjust the speed as well as the following distance from the car in front of you, and it has stop and go. So if the car in front of you stops and then goes, you too will stop and then go. And on the back of the steering wheel are your volume and radio station controls. On one side you have volume, and on the other side you have the station. On the right side again you have your wiper stock, where you can use your front and rear wiper blades and use your washer fluid on both windshields. The wipers are rain sensing, so they will speed up and slow down without you needing to touch anything. The left side, of course, is your turn signals and your high beams. Your high beams and your headlights are automatic, so you will never have to touch them. They will come on and off automatically as it gets darker and lighter outside. There is a lot of clever storage space in the front of this Jeep Cherokee. On the door panels, you have one small storage pocket, and below that, one larger one with a cup holder. There are more cup holders between the front seats, as well as a little pocket where you can put something small and skinny like a pen. You also have your center console. It splits into 2 parts. The top part for small things like parking passes or wallets, and the bottom part for larger items like water bottles. There's also a spot for coins and even a USB charging port. On top of the dashboard, there is more storage still with a little cubby where you can put pens and post-it notes if you want to write something down, or maybe a transponder for highway toll systems. You also have a very large glove box on the passenger side where you can put your owner's manual, your ownership and insurance, and I can even fit my whole laptop in here. And on the driver's side, you have a little mini glove box where you can put packs of gum or a McDonald's gift card for the drive-thru. In the center of your dashboard is your 8.4-inch touchscreen display with Uconnect 4. It displays your radio station, comes with AM, FM, and Sirius XM. Your media screen, where you can connect a device via Bluetooth, aux, or USB. Your climate controls. The Cherokee has dual climate controls, which means you and your passenger can have different temperatures set. Your apps page, where you can access all of your controls, and this is where you set up your Sirius Guardian. Sirius Guardian is an app on your phone that lets you lock and unlock your doors remotely start your car, use the horn and lights, and even find your car in a crowded parking lot. The Controls tab, where you can control commonly used things like your heated seats or your heated steering wheel. You can also access the backup camera. If you want something a little bit more familiar though, this car does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Below the screen are your hard climate controls as well as your auto stop start off button. Auto stop start will shut off the engine at stoplights and in traffic to help you save on gas. Below that is your media hub with USB and aux ports as well as your 12-volt charger. You also have your select terrain system where you can toggle between auto, snow, sport, sand, and mud. Depending on what you choose, the car will adjust things like power, suspension, and torque to the conditions of the road you're driving on or off of. The select terrain system is only part of your 4x4 system. You also have Jeep Active Drive 1. This gives you a rear axle disconnect for improved fuel efficiency and a brake lock differential for making sure that you always have traction. The last thing in your center console is your automatic gear select and your electronic parking brake. Moving on to the front of the Jeep, you have the iconic 7-slot Jeep grille, sleek LED taillights, as well as parking sensors embedded in the front bumper. These sensors are also used for lane departure warning and lane keep assist. So if you start to drift out of the lane, the car will first warn you audibly and visually before turning back into the center of the lane all by itself. Under the hood of the Jeep Cherokee, you have a 3.2-liter V6 mated to a 9-speed automatic transmission. This combination puts out 271 horsepower and 239 pound-feet of torque. The Jeep Cherokee also has great fuel economy with ratings as low as 10.6 liters per 100 kilometers combined, 12.2 city, and 8.6 highway. Also under the hood, there are plenty of crumple zones keeping you safe in the event of an accident. The car will absorb all of the impact and keep your occupants safe. There are also advanced multi-stage airbags that will deploy as needed. In the event of an accident, you also have your EARS system. EARS stands for Emergency Accident Response System, and on impact will shut off the fuel as to not start a fire, unlock all the doors, and turn on all the interior and exterior lights. So there you have it, the 2022 Jeep Cherokee Limited, a perfect small SUV for starting a family or for getting an individual to work and back every day. Once again, my name is Ezra, and I'm here to help you with all your car shopping needs. This car and many like it are available right now at Downsview Chrysler. If you've enjoyed the video, remember to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this.